Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Friday, August 11th, 2017, and today in our Tech News Update, we have Opera web browser that is being released in version 47 with some new features like exporting bookmarks, which was removed at some point, but now is back, and a promise of smoother video playback when you are watching online content. So we'll be checking that out, and of course I'll probably be doing a little video on the Opera browser today talking about it. I do have it installed, and I think it's worth it to sometimes see other browsers. I mean, even Google Chrome is the dominant browser. We probably have some interesting things on other browsers. So version 47, if you're using Opera, it's now available. Panos Panay has come back to actually release a statement. Yesterday, we had, of course, the Consumer Report that said that they couldn't add, or they actually removed the different Surface devices in their list of computers to buy because they were unreliable. Panos Panay came back, says, nope, they are high quality. We're not, we're really not. We don't think that it's right, and that according to their own reports, they say that 98% of the people that buy a Surface device are happy. And they say that even though the first Surface devices that were released had some issues, they say that now the reliability is really there, and that typically they are even under a 1% return rate. That means that they're well within what is considered quality standards of at least 1% maximum problems. So who says the right thing? Of course, the Consumer Report there, it does make Microsoft look a little bad with its Surface line. So we'll see what's next. Well, Netflix is a little scared of losing Disney, and apparently they've gone into some talks in order to basically convince Disney to stay along. So of course those talks probably mean an increased amount of money to Disney, and that will be interesting to see if Disney stays on board or not, as Disney is of course ending its partnership and wants to actually have its own streaming content. And there's even a little talk of some kind of a Star Wars show that would be every week. That might actually get a lot of people on board Disney. So Netflix in talks. We'll see what happens next. Well, Amazon is a step closer to selling concert and event tickets online in the United States first, as the competition there is not very big because it usually is one big company that does everything. Amazon promises to make it better for anyone to buy tickets. So I don't know what's left in all of this, but of course, the pressure off of other companies like Ticketmaster and so on probably is pretty strong. So we'll see if Amazon can at some point sell concert and event tickets. The FBI says that bad guys from the Islamic State are actually using eBay and PayPal to channel money into the United States. They say that one of the biggest problems is that PayPal, eBay, and many online services actually have really very little to give governments information about its own affairs. And they say that this increases, of course, the chances of bad guys trading money. But whether it's eBay, PayPal, or any other service, there will always be a way to send money in some kind of way. Well, the fired Google engineer that, of course, stirred a lot of reactions with his statements of, diversity. Sorry, the engineer is called James Damore, and he, of course, says that women are not as intelligent and good as men, and so on. Well, of course, he lost his job, and now he's kind of in a. He says he wants to tell the truth about Google, and that apparently being an engineer at Google is just like being in a gulag or in a Soviet era labor camp of some sort, and that he says that it is not as interesting and good as everybody thinks to work there. And basically, he's complaining about his job that, by the way, was $162,000 a year. Netflix is hiking its prices in Canada, so if you're a Canadian Netflix user like I am, well, we're going to pay $1 more for what service we had. So stepping up the price of its Netflix service, and of course Netflix says it has to do so if it wants to maintain the giving great content and of course all the new movies and Netflix shows that they are creating, as they are spending billions of dollars for original Netflix content. So $1 more for whatever price range you were at Netflix. And other news, we have the Essential phone. It was announced in the month of May. It missed its June 30th deadline. And now, where are the Essential phones, might you say? Well, Andy Rubin on his Twitter feed has posted pictures and said that they are in full production and that they're soon to be on the market. The Essential phone, of course, seems to be an interesting device with a very high-end Snapdragon 835 chip, and looks to be interesting in its design and usability. So it's going to be nice to see what actually happens and when it's going to be released, as although they're in full production, there's still no date officially. So it's going to be interesting to see when this actually appears on the market. And this was the tech news for Friday, August 11th, 2017. You enjoy our videos? Please subscribe. Give us thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. Hope you enjoy our shows, and thank you for watching.